Good afternoon, Night Nation. It is Friday, March 4th, and you are inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. He's Kirby, I'm Blair. February was so long, I had to think about it there for a second, but It is March.
Yes.
Time for March Madness, and March Madness means basketball playoffs, Kirby.
Yeah, baby. But before that, the Knights went to Southland on Monday night, the boys basketball team, and they ended up getting beat by about 18 points, 70-60, in what was supposed to be a tune-up game for the Knights.
Yeah, a little surprising. I thought it was surprising that they played two because it had been canceled, and then it got rescheduled, and then they went down there, and what you don't want to see in a game like that is injuries on either side. Both teams, I think, came away unscathed, but tough loss. I thought that was a game the Knights could win.
But anyways, they got back on track in the first round as the Knights earned the 5th seed in the Section 1 Single A tournament, and they hosted 12-seed Grand Meadow Superlarks and ended up winning by 10 last night.
Yeah, a slow start for the Knights, a sloppy start.
Up by
but
2
in the second half, and towards the end of the first half, they really came on, kind of clamped down on defense and scored some time with baskets. So a good playoff win number 21 on the year, and now we move on.
Gavin Summer hit a bunch of big shots that second half to kind of separate themselves from the Superlarks. He finished with 19 points. Nearson chipped in 19 points. Korch with 12. Trevor Steberg with 9. And Alex Lee with 7, Blair.
Yeah, balanced scoring. You like to see Layden starting to score up in the upper teens. Last night I saw a couple things I hadn't seen in about a month from him. He started to drive to the hole. You need to do that because that's going to open up opportunities on the perimeter for guys like Trevor and Colton and our other three-point shooters.
Grand Meadow came out in a zone, and the team that we're going to play next, the 4th-seeded Lions from Spring Grove, also run a zone. So the Knights are going to have to practice against that and see if they can figure it out. Grand Meadow comes in with a 23-4 record, Blair, and they are playing well.
Yeah, they kind of surprised everyone and took that 4 seed over us, and 4-5, it really doesn't matter. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Knights have a bit of an advantage because they played with that zone. They played against the zone like that. We'll see. They got to hit the shots, though.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when the shots go in. That game will be Monday night, 7:30 in Rochester, and if they can win that game, then they would play Saturday at 4 p.m.
against probably the 1 seed.
More than likely, yes.
All
right, the girls basketball team saw their season come to an end on Monday night as they traveled to Rochester and took on Lanesboro. The Burros ended up getting the win by 10 points as Josie Flum scored 15 points, including 4 3-pointers. Tess Erlinson and Stella Redskill both had 13 points to round out the scoring.
Yeah, it's tough to see that season end, but if you take a look at this season compared to last, night and day difference. A really good job by this team. They really pride themselves on their defense. We're losing 2 really strong senior players in Stella and Julia Dahl. But I think, we've got some really good talent coming back, and it's going to be fun to see what happens next year.
Absolutely. They're having 3 starters come back. They had a few girls. I think they went 9 deep, so they'll have 4 girls that have varsity experience coming back. It'll be exciting. They had 12 wins, finished with 12-14 record. Anytime you can get to double-digit wins in basketball, I feel like you've had a solid season.
Yep.
If you can get to 20 wins, you've had a super season.
You've had a great season, yeah.
So here's a tribute to those seniors you mentioned, Blair.
Have to wake up, even up all night, lying there in bed listening to his newborn baby cry. He makes a pot of coffee and splashes water on his face. His wife gives him a kiss and says it's gonna be okay. It won't be like this for long. One day we'll look back laughing at the week we brought her home. This phase is gonna fly by, so baby just hold on. It won't be like this for long. 4 years later, about 4:30, she's crawling in their bed. And when he drops her off at preschool, she's clinging to his leg. The teacher peels her off for him, He says, what can I do? She says, now don't you worry, this'll only last a week or two. It won't be like this for long. One day soon you'll drop her off and she won't even know you're gone. This phase is gonna fly by if you can just hold on. It won't be like this for long. Someday soon she'll be a teenager, and at times he'll think she hates him. Then he'll walk her down the aisle and raise her veil. But right now she's up and crying, and the truth is that he don't mind as he kisses her goodnight and she says her prayers. He lays down there beside her till her eyes are finally closed, and just watching her it breaks his heart, 'cause he already knows it won't be like this for long. One day soon that little girl is gonna be all grown up and gone, and his phase is gonna fly by. So he's trying to hold on, 'cause it won't be like this for long. It won't be like this for long.
All right, let's go to the wrestlers, Blair.
All right.
The wrestlers finished their individual season last week as they went to the section finals, if you will. And here's how it ended up. Mason Hansen at 106 was third place finisher.
Right.
Reed Summer at 120 finished in fourth place. Tate Miller went to 126, also finished in sixth place.
Okay.
Gavin Johnson at 132 finished in third. Landon Trump at 138 finished in eighth place. At 152, Owen Craig finished in sixth place. Dylan Bartell at 160 finished in third. Jaden Johnson at 170 finished in second and headed to the state tournament.
Yeah.
Gage Thompson finished seventh at 182. Will Van Epps finished third at 195. And Charles Conker finished sixth at 220, Blair.
Yeah, you know, an impressive individual season by our guys. Only got one state entered, but Jaden will make us proud. He wrestles today. Check your local Twitter listings for his results. But yeah, you know, the future is bright. We have a lot of wrestlers here in that third, fifth, sixth range. That means next year they're going to be called on to get to state and help this team achieve more as a team.
Yeah, and I know there was some kids that were satisfied with their finish. There were some kids that were disappointed in their finish.
Yep.
So I'm guessing they'll come back hungry next year and hopefully make it to the next round.
Absolutely. Good luck to them. Next weekend, Kurt, big thing coming out.
Yes.
The high school musical, The Drowsy Chaperone, is going to open next Friday. Here's some info about that great production.
Hello, how are we today? I'm feeling a little blue myself. But, you know, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning, yes, records, and I thought to myself, let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, when the champagne flowed while the caviar chilled and all the world was a party. Well, for the wealthy, anyway. So I dug about, and what did I find? Well, one of my favorite shows, The Drowsy Chaperone. So, will you indulge me? Will you let me play the record for you? Well, if the answer is yes, then why don't you come join us at KW High School Auditorium next Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and next Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are available at the door or for pre-order at this link. Come see a show filled with music, mayhem, and fun.
Hey, Hey, thanks to Elliot and crew for putting that together. Appreciate it. Spring Trap Team will have their annual meeting in Wanamingo at the Sportsman Club on Wednesday next week, March 9th at 6 p.m. Anybody interested in Spring Trap?
All right. Track and field is going to have a parent meeting for parents, athletes, and coaches March 8th at 6:30 p.m. Here at school in Coach Wibbins' room. That's C118.
Softball, anybody that is interested in softball that were not able to attend the meeting this past week should stop and see Coach Anderson.
All right, and speech, they are competing in the Go for 5 conference meet this Saturday. Good luck to them. Results next week on Inside the Lair.
And the City of Kenyon is accepting applications for lifeguard positions. Applications are available at the City Hall or at cityofkenyon.com.
Yes, apply. It's a great job. So get out there. It's a great way to make a few bucks in the summer.
Hey, March is a transition month here as winter sports are coming to an end. Spring sports are starting March 14th. We wish the teams that are still going the best of luck, and we look forward to the next season of the spring. So,
All
Blair?
right. That'll do her.
All right, you've been Inside the Blair.
Go Knights.
I'm Kirby. He's Blair. See ya.